Good afternoon, students. Today is 8th of April, and I'm going to continue the making the small videos on fluid flow measuring devices. So, in the previous video, we have seen one of the important device called venturimeter, which is used for the measurement of rate of flow of the fluid through a particular pipe or in a pipe. So you are basically finding Q, capital Q. We have seen the important derivation, mathematical expression of the rate of fluid flow in the venturimeter. How to find it? Just by applying the Bernoulli's equation. How easily we can actually find out the flow rate, right? So I'm just swiping out through all these things. We are just applying there are three important parts: converging, throat, and the diverging part. We are taking section 1 in the inlet part and the section 2 in your throat part, and applying Bernoulli's theorem using continuity equation. We are actually defining an important variable, and that variable is small h, which is difference of pressure. So by playing with all the variables mathematically, we obtained at last the final expression Q, and your capital Q, which is discharge, is equal to A1 into A2 divided by root of A1 square minus A2 square into root of 2gh. And if the flow is not ideal in nature, then we will get a actual discharge, which is equal to CD into the old, what you can say, expression, theoretical expression. Now CD is the coefficient of venturimeter, and CD is always less than 1. I had stopped till here. Now we will continue. See, how do you get actually the value of H, the difference in pressure head? I am getting it from the manometer, and generally the manometer which is used will be U-tube manometer, differential in nature. Differential U-tube manometer will be used. So there are different cases or different ways of obtaining the value of H. Let us take the case 1, wherein the manometer contains a liquid which is heavier than the liquid which is flowing through the pipe. That means the manometer liquid has got higher value of specific gravity compared to the liquid which is flowing inside the pipe. The value of H will be equal to small x into specific gravity of the heavier liquid divided by specific gravity of the liquid which is flowing in the pipe minus 1, where S of H and S of O is defined as the specific gravity of the heavier liquid in the manometer, and S of O is the specific gravity of the liquid flowing through the pipe, and X is your, what you can say, the manometer reading. Okay, the difference of heavier liquid in the column of fluid flow. So X is what is the reading that you are going to get. So you get the X value, use these equations. Okay, in this particular case where you are using a differential U-tube manometer, okay, and the pipe is horizontal in nature, and the liquid flowing through the pipe is lighter compared to the liquid which is there inside the manometer. Now if the case is vice versa, if the liquid in the manometer is lighter compared to the liquid in the pipe, then the H value will be equal to H equal to X into 1 minus S of lighter liquid divided by S of the fluid which is flowing through the pipe. Okay, S of L refers to, okay, the specific gravity of the manometer liquid here. So you should never get confused with both the cases. Okay, the only difference is 1 minus of specific gravity ratio minus 1 into X. So that important thing you have to find out. Okay, how am I getting this H relationship? We are actually just equating the pressure values. How we have actually done the working in the we have solved so many so many cases in the pressure measurement devices in module 1. The same way we are actually doing it, and we are directly obtaining this particular result. Okay, so don't worry much about that, but you need to memorize these two cases. Similarly, when it comes to the inclined venturimeter, okay, if the venturimeter is not horizontal in nature, for example, in this particular case, okay, the case in which we have done all the derivation, it is horizontal. Now we incline it, make it at a particular angle, either up or down. Okay, if it is inclined in nature, then case 3, okay, and case 4 will deal with inclination. Okay, the venturimeter is inclined in nature. So if the venturimeter is inclined in nature, then what to do? I'll get two cases. One case, the manometer liquid is heavier. The other case, the manometer liquid is lighter. So if the manometer liquid is heavier, then this is the formula. This is the case 3. But here, see the difference in pressure head, your Z1 and Z2 will not get cancelled. They will improve. Okay, it is P1 by rho G plus Z1 minus P2 by rho G plus Z2. See, in the previous, when it was a horizontal, Z1 and Z2 got cancelled, but that will not get cancelled. That is equal to X into the specific gravity ratio minus 1. Similarly, if the case is ulta, if the manometer liquid is lighter, then the H will be X minus 1 minus X into 1 minus specific gravity ratios. So this is very important, and it may be any case. See, when we take the specific gravity ratios anywhere here, the specific gravity of the manometer liquid will come in the numerator, and of the liquid which is flowing through the pipe will come in the denominator. The only difference is whether you will take the specific gravity ratio in the initial part, specific gravity ratio minus 1, or 1 minus specific gravity ratio. That is what is very important. Okay. Now we will solve one or two problems on venturimeter. Let us take problem number 6.10. Okay, we have a horizontal venturimeter. The inlet diameter is given to you 30 centimeter. Throat diameter is given to you 15 centimeter. So inlet diameter I will take as D1. Once I know D1, I can find out A1. Find it in centimeter square, then properly convert it into meter square. Okay. Next, we have throat diameter, so that is nothing but D2, 15 centimeter. Find A2, pi by 4 D square, pi by 4 D square. That's how we find the area. Now, next, this horizontal venturimeter is used to measure the flow of water. So water is the liquid which is flowing through the pipe. The reading of the differential manometer connected to the inlet and the throat is 20 centimeter. So what is that particular reading? That is small x, which is 20 centimeter. Okay, convert it into meters. That is, if you do it, it is good actually, conversion. Now, once you know this x value, but in the final equation, when you want to find out rate of flow Q, you don't want x actually, you want h, small h, difference in pressure head. So h can be found here with the relationship case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, what we have seen. Okay, this is a clear case of what? Okay, so let us see the differential manometer. Nothing is given here. What liquid is there? What is the working fluid of the manometer? That is not given. So if it is not given, any working fluid is not given for the manometer, you can directly take it as a mercury. So if mercury, what is the specific gravity of mercury? 13.6. What is the specific gravity of water? It is 1. So definitely mercury is heavier than water. So manometer liquid is heavier than the liquid which is flowing inside the pipe. So your H will be equal to X into S of H divided by S of O minus 1. It is the case 1. So use this equation, substitute, you know the specific gravity of both the liquid, minus 1, X is given to you. So you can find the H value. Once you know the H value, now you come to the equation. See, CD value is given to you, so you are actually finding Q actual. So Q will be equal to CD into A1 into A2 divided by root of A1 square minus A2 square into root of 2GH. Everything you know, do the substitution. If you are putting it in centimeter, the final one you will get it in centimeter cube per second. If you are doing it in meter, you get in meter cube per second. Convert it into liter per second properly and finish it off. Now if you take the second problem, 6.1, okay, you have a oil, specific gravity is given 0.8. It is flowing through a venturimeter having an inlet diameter d1 is given to you, throat diameter d2 is given to you, d1 d2, so you can find out a1. The oil mercury differential manometer, see here mentioned, the working fluid of the differential manometer is mercury and the flowing fluid is oil. Specific gravity is 0.8. So mercury is heavier than the flowing liquid. Okay. The reading is given to us 25 centimeter, small x is given, so directly kept your small h can be found, difference of pressure head can be found, x into s of h divided by s of o minus 1, everything is given, so just substitute, you will get the answer. Okay, done. Now d1 is known, a1 you can find, d2 is known, a2 you can find, cd value is also given to you, so q will be equal to the same old equation, cd into a1 a2 divided by root of a1 square minus a2 square into root of 2gh. Everything you know, do the proper substitution. If you do it in all centimeters, then it will be centimeter cube per second. Do it in meters, it will be meter cube per second. Converting that into liter per second is accepted. Okay, if you want, you can convert or you can leave it like that. Now, if you go to 6.12, you have a horizontal next problem I'm going and moving. Okay, problems are simple, so I'm typing it very fastly. So you have a horizontal venturimeter. The inlet diameter is 20, throat diameter is 10. So D1 is given, D2 is given. So you can find A1 and A2 pi by 4 D square formula. Now it is used to measure the flow of oil, specific gravity. Okay, so oil 0.8 value is given to you. Oil mercury differential manometer. So mercury is heavier, it is the case 1 and it is horizontal, so definitely it is case 1. The discharge of the oil through the venturimeter, so Q value is given to you in liters per second. You have to find out the reading. See, the reading of the manometer is not small h, it is small x. So you need to find small h from the Q equation, then take the appropriate case, that is the case 1, and get the value of x, that's it. Okay. So with all the data given, directly we can see here it is in liter per second, so convert it into centimeter cube per second, or you can convert it into meter cube per second. Q value, do all the substitution, only h you don't know, so you can be able to find h value. So after you work out, you are getting it as around 289.98 centimeter of oil. Now the case that you are going to apply is the case 1, where the manometer is heavier, manometer liquid is heavier than the liquid which is flowing. So you are going to get it as x into s of h by s of o minus 1, that is the h value. H value of found, do the substitution, s of h, s of o, you know, minus 1, so x value you can find out. Okay, so if you are working in centimeter, you put it in centimeter. If you are working in meter, you put it in meter. So 3 problems we have solved. We have screened the 4 important cases in the venturimeter. With the more problems in the next class, we will meet again. Thank you very much. Please read every day. Please learn every day. Thank you very much.